Welcome! In this video, we'll walk you through how to use a Power Automate flow that helps audit seniors automatically email clients about outstanding documents and checks any potential status errors. Let's get started. The first step is to log into your OneDrive account. When you're logged in, the dashboard should look like this. Then you need to upload your PBC spreadsheet by clicking this blue button, Files Upload, and I will upload the spreadsheet on Learn as an example. Once uploaded, you can go to My Files and open the spreadsheet. Next, you need to format your data as a table by selecting the data, go to Insert and Table. Make sure to give your table a name under Table Design. Here we'll name our table PBC. Next, add a column for the auditor's email address, auditor email. This will be used in case the flow encounters any status errors. For example, you misspelled outstanding. For testing purposes, you can also add a row with an incorrect status, like not outstanding. This will trigger the completeness check of the flow. For both the contact email and the auditor email, I'll be entering my own email address, so you can clearly see the outcome of the flow. You can adjust these values later based on your actual use case. Overall, your table should include the required documents, the due dates, the assignee and their contact email, the status of each document, and the auditor's email. Now, go to Power Automate and log in. When you're logged in, the dashboard should look like this. Go to My Flows, Import, and import package legacy. Now we will upload the zip file of the flow. When importing the flows, you will need to set up connections with your personal OneDrive under the Import Setup column before you can import the file. You can do this by selecting Create as New under Setup. I will name the flow Flowchute here. Next, under Related Resources, select During Import, and then select your own email here. When everything is set up, your flow should light up and be ready to import. If you imported the flow successfully, the page should look like this. Now click Open Flow on the top, and it will take you to the Edit screen. First, I'm gonna explain what a flow does. You can expand the flow by clicking the arrows on the right of each box. The flow starts with a manual trigger and then retrieves all rows from the table. Then it converts the Excel-style date, which is stored as a number, into human-readable date format. For each row, the flow checks the status of the document. If the status is outstanding, it sends an email to the assignee asking them to provide the appropriate documentation and showing the due date using a template. If the status is not outstanding, the flow evaluates whether the status is under review or completed. If this is true, there are no mistakes in the status and no email will be sent. If not, then there must have been a wording error or spelling mistake that would cause Power Automate to not act accordingly. For example, if in the status column, someone wrote "not outstanding" instead of "outstanding," the flow will not send an email to the assignee. Therefore, to catch these mistakes, any status value that isn't exactly outstanding, complete, or under review will trigger the flow to enter an email to the senior auditor for review. They can then correct the PBC file and rerun the automation. Now I will show you how to customize the flow to your needs. To link your spreadsheet, go to List Rows Present in the Table action. Then you will choose OneDrive for Business under Location, OneDrive under Document Library, and select the spreadsheet you uploaded to OneDrive under File. Finally, choose the name of the table you just assigned. In this case, it's PBC. To customize email content for outstanding statuses, click the left side Send an Email V2 box. In this panel, you can see and edit the email template, including the recipient, subject, and email body. You may also use the lightning bolt icon to insert dynamic content like the assignee name, document name, and due date. To edit the email for invalid statuses, go to the right side Send an Email V2 box. This is used to alert the senior auditor if a document's status is spelled incorrectly or not recognized by the flow. Once everything is ready, click Test on the top bar, select Manually, Save and Test, and make sure that you're signed in to Excel and Outlook. If prompted, you can log into them. And then run flow. Now we see an error that this flow is currently turned off. We can go back to our Power Automate My Flows, and here we need to click into the flow tooth, which is the flow that we're working on, and we need to turn it on the top toolbar. And then we can see that it's already turned on. So we can try it again. Okay, now we see that our flow run successfully started. If your flow runs successfully, you should see a notice on the top. To view the output the flow generated, we can go to Outlook. And here we can see that we received many emails. we have emails regarding the outstanding documents and the status error. In our case, we have 7 outstanding documents, and so we received 7 emails regarding the outstanding documents. We also received 1 status error email since we added a row in the table with an incorrect status, not outstanding. This triggered the completeness check. And that's it. You've successfully set up, customized, and run your flow in Power Automate. The automation saves time, ensures accuracy, and flags issues early, making your audit process more efficient. Thanks for watching.